but I got to ask you this one question because it's burning inside of me. We had talked before about how the white folks, especially the younger generation, they're taking on some of the things that we like to do, like our dance movements, our method of singing, rapping. And do you think maybe the older white people are threatened or embarrassed by those white artists that are trying to create black music?
I think it's a double-edged sword because more of my music knowledge is in old soul and hip hop, and I have conversations daily about this because, as people know, there's a prominence of more white rappers in rap now, and I think that anybody can be a hip hopper. Hip hop knows no color, but whenever somebody comes in the game and tries to become a caricature of a part of our culture, say a white female rapper trying to emulate a southern rapper, even though her accent is from Australia or something like that.
Yeah, she's not even American.
Yeah, she's not American, or she's not even, it becomes a caricature, and everybody should take advantage of the opportunities that's given to them. But when it comes to the history of these innovations and contributions to American culture, when it's taken from us, we have to speak up about that. We got to say, okay, we see what's going on. We see the trend of something that we created becoming diluted. So that's how I feel about entertainment being usurped by those who want to make it more marketable. And usually when it comes to something being more marketable, it means making it whiter. It's just a sad truth.
So do you think that our style of music, when I say our style of music, I am saying hip hop or rap, do you think that's going to slowly fade away?
Well, we got to make sure it doesn't.
Back?
Well, it never really comes back once it fades away, because like I told a friend the other day, they were asking about, you know, the whitening of rap, and I said, well, listen, we can talk about the whitening of several subcultures like jazz, blues, even rock and roll. I mean, we know that it was taken from Little Richard. I mean, you've been talking about it for 50 years. But also, when it comes to hip hop, that's the next thing that seems to be starting to be stolen. I don't even gonna say stolen, but it seems to be assimilated into white culture. And I tell my friends that in 100 years, we want to make sure that we know who really began these uniquely American styles, not the ones that sold the most records because they were more marketable and profited from white privilege. Because all they had to do is put a white face on a black product and it sold more. That's what they used to do to the R&B singers in the 60s and 70s. They would have a whole album of a soul singer, but the album cover would be a white family on a beach. So we got to be cognizant of culture crooks.